feel it regularly or irregularly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Intermittent in nature, lasting for about 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the aggravating factors of palpitation?
Exertion, sir.
Pardon?
Exertion, sir. Physical activity.
Exertion. Exertion means you have to specifically mention what type of exertion it is. You should not put it plain as physical activity or plain exertion.
Uh,
You have to ask him whether,
like,
yeah, specifically you have to mention whether he gets aggravated by walking. Walking means walking for how many distance, how much distance, or he gets palpitation only by climbing steps. Eh?
okay, sir.
You have to mention the nature of the activity which aggravates his palpitation. You should not put it plain as just physical activity or just exertion. Audible?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir? Is it low?
Yeah, yeah. Proceed. Relieved by
Can I
rest.
continue, sir?
Yeah, relieved by rest. Then,
Yes, sir.
hello.
No associated features, sir.
No, relieved by
Hello,
rest
sir.
means
Is it audible?
relieved by rest means after how many rest after relieved by taking rest for 5 minutes or relieved by rest immediately. You have to mention that time duration also.
Yes, sir. Specifically ask.
What are the associated features you expect? What do you mean by no associated features under palpitation?
Uh, like uh, pounding sound, like mm,
Hmm?
So bulging of neck veins,
Okay.
then this post palpitation, micturition, enuresis.
No, this is you are asking history to the patient. No, what
Yes.
what other history you are asking by adding the point as no associated features? What features you have asked to the patient?
So sweating, tremors.
Okay. No, no associated features means the palpitation is not associated with chest pain. Palpitation is not associated with vomiting. Palpitation is not associated with syncopal attack. Or you have to mention that. So palpitation may be associated with vomiting, chest pain, or headache, or any syncope also. The palpitation is an abnormal
okay, sir.
rhythm, no? That rhythm may produce some
Yes, sir.
transient decreased ejection fraction. It may produce syncope. It may produce hypotension, which will lead to headache. Or palpitation will be very much in frequency and intensity, which may produce chest pain. So, associated features used to assess how disturbing palpitation is to the patient, and also if it is relieved by rest, whether it is immediately relieved by rest or it takes some 5 to 30 minutes or just 5 minutes. Also, you have to ask. It's all to assess
Yes,
how much disturbing the palpitation is to the patient. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay, we'll go to the previous slide, breathlessness. Previous slide.
Sir, yes, sir.
Grade acute in onset, progressive in nature. Next,
Yes,
you
sir.
read. You read.
Grade 3 acute in onset, progressive in nature. Grade 3 according to New York Heart Association guidelines. No aggravating factors, relieved by medications. No history of paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea. No history of orthopnea, platypnea, statopnea.
What is grade 3?
Grade 3 is limitation of normal activities, sir.
Okay, what are the 4 grades?
Grade 1, sir. Grade 1 is no limitation, sir. Grade 2 is breathlessness on exertion, sir, on strenuous physical activity like climbing stairs, like walking or running. Grade 3 is breathlessness or normal activity, sir. Grade 4 is breathlessness on rest.
Breathlessness?
On rest, sir, on rest.
Okay. Whether this patient breathlessness is relieved only by medication, not relieved by rest?
Uh, oh, yes, sir. It will be relieved by rest also, sir. I
Relieved
think
by
it
rest
should be.
also. What is trypopnea?
Trypopnea is breathlessness on lateral recumbent position, sir.
So you are asking breathlessness on lateral position. What you want to rule out?
Congestive heart failure, sir.
Okay, in congestive heart failure, what is the breathlessness aggravated on lateral position?
Sir, in congestive heart failure, when the patient sir, it's because of redistribution of blood flow, sir. In lung, in severe congestion of one lung, when the patient lies with that lung in the recumbent position, and there will be congestion in that lung, sir. So the patient will have breathlessness.
What is platypnea?
Platypnea is breathlessness when patient is sitting in the upright position.
Orthopnea?
Orthopnea when patient has breathlessness in the lying down position.
What is difference between orthopnea and paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea?
Paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea, patient will be sleeping, sir. Suddenly patient will get up in the night, he'll go to the window, he'll grasp for air, sir. Orthopnea, when the patient lie down itself, he'll have breathlessness, sir.
Okay, what are the causes of PND and what are the causes of apnea?
Orthopnea comes in severe heart failure, sir. Orthopnea is indicator of heart failure, sir. Or even in high blood pressure, the orthopnea can come, sir. PND causes PND also PND also comes in. PND also indicates heart failure, sir. PND indicates when the heart is going to fail, patient will have PND, sir, because of redistribution of fluid, sudden volume overload.
Okay. You have to read that very well. Huh? What is the other
Yes,
classification of breathlessness? Any other classification of breathlessness? The
MRC,
classification, what you said, you have to.
the
Yes?
MRC classification, sir.
What is that?
The Medical Research Council classification, sir. There's 5 grades.
Hmm.
Grade
Very
0
medical
is
research. MRC or modified MRC?
modified, sir. Actually, we use modified MRC.
Okay, what is that?
There's 5 grades of dyspnea, sir. Grade 0 is when there's breathlessness that occurs only with exertion, sir. Grade 1 is when grade 1 is breathlessness that occurs while walking on an incline, sir. Grade 2 would be walking on the same level, sir, but walks at a pace slower than the peers. Grade
There is a measurement, no, in second and third for walking for that distance, particular
100
distance.
yards. Grade 3 would be unable to walk for 100 yards.
You should be in this. If This is a very common question. If they ask it, you should not struggle in telling. You should be flowing with words. You should not struggle in a NYHA classification and modified Medical Research Council classification. You should be free flowing in your words, both the presenter as well as you, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Definitely they will ask for it. If they don't ask in CVS, they will ask in RS. If they don't ask in RS, they will ask in while presenting abdomen. So you should be very free flowing in telling the classification. Breathlessness, great classification. Okay, proceed next.
History of fever for the past 4 days, sir.
Mm.
High grade from day one, constantly present, not associated with chills and rigor, rare by medication, and there are no associated symptoms. History of syncope 2 days ago, loss of consciousness for 5 minutes, no precipitating factors, not associated with nausea and vomiting, not associated with dizziness, seizures, headache, lightheadedness, feeling of impending loss of consciousness.
You also,
Then,
hello.
yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
In syncope, you should also mention about palpitation. Okay. In palpitation, you should
Associated with
mention about
palpitation.
syncope. In syncope, we should mention about palpitation. It is not associated with palpitation, nausea, vomiting. Eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay then.
Patient also has a history of EC fatigability. It is present since 1 month ago, sir. Patient has no history of chest pain or hemoptysis, no history of abdominal distension and pedal edema, no history of right hypochondrial pain, no history of voice change, no history of dysphagia, no history of recurrent respiratory tract infection, no history of joint pain, or no history of congenital heart disease. Past history. Patient is diagnosed to have valvular heart disease with rheumatic etiology at JIPMER 2 years ago and is on regular medication since then. He presented with symptoms of joint pain, sore throat at JIPMER and was treated. There is no records regarding treatment received at JIPMER. No history of previous surgeries or trauma. Treatment history. Sir, shall I continue, sir?
Yeah, proceed.
Treatment history. Patient is on oral penicillin B prophylaxis, 250 mg BD since 2 years ago for lifetime duration. It's regularly taken. Personal history. Patient is a mixed diet consumer, not a smoker, not an alcoholic, not a drug abuser, no history of unusual sexual behavior.
Unusual,
Family history.
not. Hello.
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Go to the previous slide.
Yes, sir.
Not unusual, promiscuous. Okay. You have to use the word promiscuous. Promiscuous sexual activity. No history of promiscuous sexual activity.
Okay.
Got me?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Did we get me?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So you have to replace the word unusual by
Promiscuous.
yeah. What drug abuse you expect? Why you are asking drug abuse history in this patient?
Drug abuse may induce cardiac failure in patients, sir, like cocaine may induce cardiac failure.
Pardon? Anybody else? Why you
Drugs
ask?
like
So IV drug abusers are at risk for right-sided infective endocarditis.
Yeah, due to infective endocarditis. Infective endocarditis will produce vegetations. Vegetations will produce valvular damage. Valvular damage may produce fever, breathlessness, palpitation. So for that, and final stage is heart failure. Okay. If it's acute decompensation, acute heart failure. If it's a chronic decompensation, chronic heart failure. Why you are asking about smoking, alcohol? Smoking and alcohol is related
Smoke-
to serious.
Smoking is a major risk factor for coronary artery disease, sir.
Mhm. Okay. Alcohol.
Alcohol, alcohol can lead to dilated cardiomyopathy, sir. Alcohol-induced
Okay, then
dilated
what's the
cardiomyopathy.
relation between smoking and valve? Alcohol, its pathogenesis and valve. Smoking, its pathogenesis and cardiac valve. How do you correlate? Smoking, heart, its pathogenesis, valvular damage. Alcohol and its pathogenesis with valvular damage.
Dilated cardiomyopathy, sir, due to annular dilation.
Oh, yeah. What happens due to dilated cardiomyopathy?
There's a dilation of the annulus, sir, valve annulus.
Okay. Following that,
As a result, sir,
following annular dilatation, what happens?
the mitral,
Because
the valve leaflets are not able to coapt properly, sir.
As a result, complete.
As a result, there's
leads to mitral.
regurgitation of blood, sir. So there's
Hey, you
regurgitation.
complete the statement. Why you are letting out single word? You complete it. You are correct. You complete it. As a result, regurgitation happens. Okay.
Yes.
As a result,
Yes, sir.
mitral regurgitation or aortic regurgitation happens. So alcoholics are prone for dilated cardiomyopathy, cardiomyopathy, ventricular dilatation. As a result of ventricular dilatation, mitral valve orifice gets loosened out. As a result, regurgitation happens. Regurgitation in turn increases the ventricular dilatation. Ventricular dilatation again increases the valve incompetence. It's a cyclical phenomenon. One leads to the other leads to one. And smoking, it leads to coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disease is nothing but occlusion of coronary arteries. So occlusion of coronary arteries leads to wall damage. Wall damage, the ventricle go for dilatation, or the infarct region may include the papillary muscle, or the infarct region may include blood supply of the papillary muscle or chordae tendineae. In turn, the supportive structures of the valve gets damaged. As a result, mitral incompetence occurs. You understand?
Smoking also, yes, sir. Smoking also increases the progression of aortic stenosis, sir.
Pardon?
Smoking also increases the progression of aortic stenosis, sir. Patient will early stages will get aortic stenosis.
Okay. Smoking increases aortic. What do you mean?
Smoking increases progression of aortic stenosis, sir.
Aortic stenosis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, proceed.
Can I continue, sir?
Yeah.
Family history. No history of premature coronary artery disease or sudden unexplained death at any age in the family. No history of stroke in the family members, and no other family history. Summary: 27-year-old non-smoker,
Wait. Go to the family history. You have to family history. What you have missed? What's his age?
27, sir.
Whether he is married?
Yes, the patient is married.
Do you mention that married or not?
No, sir.
Did you mention that?
No, sir. No. Okay.
So you have to tell his marital history, his sexual activity, and you have to explain about the family members, his housing also, no? Because overcrowding is also one of the risk factor for his sibling. You have
Rheumatic.
to tell his sibling history. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Overcrowding is one of the risk factor, no?
Yes, sir.
So you have to tell about the patient sibling, patient marital status, his sexual activity, his children. Okay. So you
Yes,
have to
sir.
include that in family history. Sexual activity and all you can tell in marital history. Eh?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next. Summary.
Uh, Summary. 27-year-old non-smoker, non-alcoholic male, waiter from Chengalpattu, mixed diet consumer, diagnosed with valvular heart disease with rheumatic etiology and on prophylaxis, came with complaints of progressive NYHA grade 3 breathlessness, intermittent palpitation with high-grade constant fever, not associated with chills or rigor, easy fatigability and one episode of syncope 2 days ago, and no significant family history. Probably involved system, cardiovascular system with probable left side dysfunction.
I will go to the summary. How you are saying that
Sir,
how you are saying that it's cardiovascular system with left side
because
dysfunction?
because patient has the breathlessness and one episode of syncope, sir. They indicate probable left-sided symptoms, sir.
How? What is the relation between syncope and left side?
If the left side is not able to send out properly, if the left side has systolic dysfunction, then cardiac output will be low, sir. So a patient may go to syncope, sir.
Okay. So syncope is the symptom of left-sided dysfunction. Okay. When ejection fraction
Yes,
is
sir.
low, cardiac output is low. So systemic circulation, the blood flowing is low. As a result, blood supply to central nervous system is low. Patient may present with syncope. So syncope suggests that it's a left-sided pathology. Okay. Then what other things is there in history suggesting
Breathlessness,
you a left-sided pathology?
breathlessness, sir.
Okay.
Breathlessness.
Breathlessness will not happen in right side.
It will happen in right side also, sir, but predominantly it will happen with left-sided dysfunction.
Mm. How will you say that it's a cardiovascular system?
Because patient has symptoms indicating cardiovascular pathology, sir, like breathlessness and syncope together, and patient has palpitations, sir.
So among the symptoms, among the chief complaints, what the patient is saying, which is more specific to cardiovascular system?
Palpitation.
Okay, palpitation and syncope. Syncope first, then palpitation. Palpitation can occur in respiratory system involvement also. In bronchial asthma, in COPD also palpitation can occur. Okay, palpitation can occur in COPD and bronchial asthma also. If you ask asthmatic and COPD individuals, they will complain of palpitation also. So more specific is syncope. Breathlessness can occur in both respiratory system as well as cardiovascular system. Okay. So how will you say the cardiovascular system is involved? Already the patient has been diagnosed with valvular heart disease. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If now the present episode is to be the cause of respiratory system, then what will be the underlying pathology? So it is very well known that this patient is a heart disease patient. He is suffering from valvular heart disease. Okay.
Yeah.
If at all respiratory system is to be involved at this presentation of fever, breathlessness, palpitation, what you will suspect in respiratory system?
Bronchitis, sir.
Okay.
Even COPD, sir. COPD.
COPD 27 years, how COPD will occur? He is having fever, bronchitis, fever is called high grade fever, constant fever la irukuma bronchitis.
Pneumonia, sir.
Pneumonia, yeah, you should suspect some stasis related. Okay. Due to stasis related pneumonia, congestion. Okay, next. Proceed.
Examination of the patient. General examination. Patient is conscious, oriented to time, place, and person. Cooperative, communicating with ease. Moderately built and nourished, and the patient is comfortable at rest. Patient has no pallor, no icterus, no cyanosis, no clubbing, no pedal edema, and no generalized lymphadenopathy. Patient has no markers of rheumatic activity like migratory polyarthritis, cutaneous nodules, erythema marginatum, or cytokine scoria. Patient has no markers of infective endocarditis, anemia, jaundice, lentil hemorrhages, osseous nodes, granulation. Patient has no markers of early atherosclerosis, tendon xanthomata, cornea arcus, Frank site, no markers of congenital heart diseases.
What is
Anthropo.
previous slide?
Yes, sir.
What is Frank sign?
Frank sign is a diagonal crease in the earlobe, sir, from like near the auricle, there will be a diagonal crease from the tragus.
What is cubitus valgus?
Cubitus.
Anyone? What is cubitus valgus?
So the carrying angle of the elbow would be wider, sir. So the angle between the forearm and the arm is greater than normal. More than 30 degrees.
Incomplete answer. Huh?
So the elbow joint is away from the body and the distal
Answer
part
your-
is towards the.
Pardon?
Sir?
Yeah, pardon. Incomplete answer. You are almost correct, but you have to revise your correction. Anyone else? What is cubitus valgus?
Sir, in valgus, the elbow joint is away from the body, sir. The distal part, forearm will be towards our body, sir. It will be deviated. In varum, carrying angle will be more, sir.
Okay, which is medial deviation, which is lateral deviation? Varus and valgus, which is medial, which is lateral?
Varus is medial.
Huh?
Varus is medial deviation.
Yeah, varus is medial. Valgus is lateral. Away from the body is valgus. Varus is towards the body. Huh? What is cryptorchidism?
Failure of distance of testis, sir.
Okay. Okay, next. Proceed next.
Anthropometry, face height 170 centimeters, weight 67 kg. BMI 23.86 is normal. Upper and lower segments are equal in proportion. Vitals, pulse 96 beats per minute, regular in rhythm, normal in volume, no specific character, no radio or radio-femoral delay. Felt in all peripheral vessels, no vessel wall thickening, and there is no pulse deficit. Blood pressure, right upper limb 110 by 80 millimeters of mercury, right lower limb 110 by 78 millimeters of mercury, left upper limb 120 by 80 millimeters of mercury, left lower limb 120 by 78 millimeters of mercury. Temperature 101.8 degrees Fahrenheit, respiratory rate 18 per minute, abdominal thoracic in nature. JVP, it's not elevated. Can I continue, sir?
Yeah.
Examination of the cardiovascular system, inspection.
In BP, what position you have measured your BP? Did you mention that? In what position? Sitting, standing, lying?
No, sir.
Did you mention the position?
No, sir. I didn't mention.
You have to mention the position in sitting, standing, lying down.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Shall I continue, sir?
Okay. Yes.
Examination of cardiovascular system, inspection. Chest wall symmetrical. Trachea appears to be in midline. Apical impulse visible in the left sixth intercostal space. 0.8 inches lateral to the mid-clavicular line. No precordial bulge. No scars, sinuses, or visible pulsation. No chest wall deformities.
No, you mentioned in centimeter. Okay, sixth intercostal space. How many centimeter is the inch?
1.5 centimeters is an inch.
2.5 centimeters.
2.5. Why you are saying 1.5?
Sir,
Huh?
by mistake I told. By mistake I told.
Okay. 2 point. You should say in centimeter. Okay.
Yes.
Don't use unusual measurements. Just to all symmetrical. Symmetrical or bilaterally symmetrical?
Bilaterally symmetrical.
Which is correct? Chest wall symmetrical is correct or bilaterally symmetrical is correct?
Or symmetrical.
Anyone? Which is correct? Chest wall symmetrical is correct or bilateral symmetrical is correct?
Chest wall symmetrical, sir.
How do you say?
Sir, if it has to be symmetrical, we always compare with the other side.
Yeah, symmetry, the word.
So
Yeah.
only symmetrical would.
Yeah. Symmetry, the word itself denotes both the sides are equal. No abnormal findings are there. Abnormal growth is there. So the word symmetry itself, by itself, it conveys that bilaterally the thing is one and the same. Okay. So need not put the word bilateral there. Okay. Next.
Continue, sir.
No precordial bulge. Okay. No chest wall deformities. No scars. Engorged veins. Did you mention about engorged veins?
No.
You have to mention about engorged veins also, no?
Yes, sir.
Engorged veins. Huh?
Yes, sir.
You have missed that. Pulsation you have mentioned,
Yes.
but engorged veins you missed that. The order is wrong. Chest wall deformity, it should come chest wall symmetry, in that side.
Starting itself.
Yeah, starting itself you have to mention. Okay. And the finally you have to finish with scars, sinuses, engorged veins, pulsation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Precordial bulge also. Okay. Next.
Palpation.
Proceed. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, proceed. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sir, he has left the meeting.
Okay, okay. Right. Why is boycotting the class, huh?
Sir, no, sir. Connection problems probably.
Okay.
Oh, he had a power failure, sir.
Power failure in mobile. Switch off.
Maybe he was
He
on
got his
Wi-Fi.
phone. He got his phone switched off.
Maybe he was on Wi-Fi, sir.
Okay.
Sir, sorry, sir. There is a power cut here, sir.
No issues. No issues.
Sir, I continue, sir. Sir,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, proceed.
percussion. Hard borders percussed.
Yes.
Percussion. Hard borders percussed and found to be normal. Auscultation.
What is your
Mitral
pulse?
area.
Pulse?
S1.
Pulse?
Sir,
Pulse
pulse
regular
is
or irregular?
96 per minute. Regular, sir. Regular, sir. Regular.
When you don't focus,
Sir, when patient has
when you won't focus,
uh,
do you hear me?
yes, sir. When uh, don't remember, sir.
No, if the pulse is irregular, whether he will percuss or not.
Yes, sir, we can percuss, sir. In atrial fibrillation, we can percuss it.
You can percuss.
Yes, sir.
You can percuss. It's given
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
Uh,
There is no fear in percussing patient on atrial fibrillation. Do you fear for something?
mm,
Ventricular tachycardia leading to ventricular fibrillation, sir.
Okay.
That may lead to cardiac arrest.
Then, few physicians would say that you should not percuss when the patient is in atrial fibrillation. For what reason they are saying like that? Why they are saying that percussion should not be
Dislodgement of the
done when
clot.
the rhythm is irregular?
Dislodgement of the clot, maybe. So,
Yeah. Dislodgement of clot from where to where?
From the left atrium to the systemic circulation, where it could go to the cerebral circulation, so it could cause stroke, or it could even go to the coronary circulation, may lead to myocardial infarction.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, first is stroke. So if the rhythm is irregular, what it means is that the patient is in atrial fibrillation. What causes atrial fibrillation? Dilatation of the atrium. When there is dilatation of atrium, naturally there is stagnation of blood. When there is stagnation of blood, there is every chance for the stagnated blood to get clotted and form a big clot. So if you percuss vigorously, that there is a remote chance that you will disturb the clot, which may get dislodged from left atrium into the left ventricle into the aorta and enter the systemic circulation, and it can embolic to anywhere. Okay,
yes, sir.
it can cause loss of vision. It can cause everything. It can cause. It can get lodged into the CNS. Okay, so few physicians would say that you should not percuss when the patient is found to be in irregular rhythm.
Yes.
Okay, next.
Auscultation. Mitral area, S1 soft, S2 not heard, no additional sound. High pitch, soft blowing, pansystolic murmur of grade 4, radiating to the left axis, but with diaphragm in the left lateral position with breath held in expiration. This may continue, sir.
High pitch soft blowing.
Pansystolic murmur of grade 4.
What is grade 4 murmur means? What is that?
When the
What is
murmur is when the murmur is loud and associated with a thrill, sir.
what is grade 3?
Grade 3 is when the murmur is prominent, sir, when the murmur is very easily heard.
Okay, anyone other than the presenter tell the complete grading of murmur?
So there are 6 grades of systolic murmurs, sir. Grade 1 would be the murmur is heard very feebly only in optimal conditions, sir. Grade 2 would be the murmur is heard better than grade 1. So grade 3 is the murmur is easy to heard, sir, but there is no the murmur is loud, sir, but it is not palpable. There is no thrill associated. Grade 4 would be the murmur is loud and there's a thrill associated. Grade 5 would be the murmur is loud and can be heard with the edge of the stethoscope with just the edge of the stethoscope just touching the chest wall. Grade 6 would be the murmur is heard with the diaphragm of the stethoscope just off the chest wall.
Okay. Okay, good. Next, proceed.
Tricuspid area, S1, S2 heard, and no additional sound. Pulmonary area, S1, S2 heard, no additional sound, no murmur. Aortic area, S1, S2 heard, no additional sounds, and no murmurs. Second aortic area, S1, S2 heard, no additional sounds, no murmurs.
In mitral area, S2 is not heard.
Yes, sir, S2 is not heard.
How about S1 in mitral area?
S1 is soft, sir.
Why it is soft?
Because the sound starts with the murmur, sir. And because it's in the zone of coarctation is lost in mitral regurgitation.
Okay, what are the causes of soft S1?
Mitral regurgitation, sir. A heart block, sir. A heart block.
Calcification of mitral valves, sir. Tricuspid
Then?
regurgitation.
Then? Any other physiological causes of soft S1? Physiological causes. Physiological causes of soft S1.
Sir, left heart sounds are just in general softer with inspiration, sir.
Okay.
So, S1 could be possibly soft.
Only that alone. What are the other physiological causes of soft S1? Obese individual, S1 will be soft. Obese individual due to poor transmission to the chest wall, the S1 will be soft. Okay. You need the other causes. What are the physiological causes of loud S1? Physiological causes of loud S1. Anyone? Other than the present or any others?
Exercise
Huh?
could exercise leading to hyperdynamic
Okay.
circulation, sir, can cause loudest one.
Okay. Then?
Thin individuals, sir.
Yeah, very good. Then?
Sinus tachycardia.
Huh? Sinus tachycardia, very good. Then? Then?
Pregnancy.
Yeah, very good. Next. Then? Fever. Huh? Okay. You have to read the physiological causes of soft S1, physiological causes of loud S1, and pathological causes. Okay. Okay, proceed.
Other systems. Normal vesicular pressure.
What? Wait.
Yes, sir.
What you have to what did you forget in your general examination? Did you forget anything in his general examination to observe? Anyone who can pick it up? He forgot to examine some organ in the general examination, which is very important in with respect to cardiovascular system.
Abdomen, sir.
Huh?
Abdomen, sir.
Abdomen.
JVP, sir.
JB also he mentioned.
Okay.
He has mentioned, no. What he forgot to mention is in his general examination. General examination. Anyone who can pick it up? யார் யார் இருக்கா? முரளி கார்த்திக், லிங்கசாமி, ரஞ்சித் குமார், ராதவன், ஆதித்யராஜ், ஆகாஷ், ஆர்த்தி, ஆருஷி, ஆதித்யா, ஐஸ்வர்யா, அஜய், ஸ்ரீராம், அஜித் குமார், ஆகாஷ், அழகப்பன், அனந்தகீதா, அனந்த்ராஜ்குமார், அனந்தநாராயணன், அனீஷ், அனூப், அனுபமா, அனுகுமார், ரவிச்சந்திரன், அபர்ணா, அரவிந்த், அருண்குமார், ஆருஷி, அஸ்வத், அசோக், அஸ்வந்த், அஸ்வின், அஸ்வின் கே, அஸ்வத், அஸ்வத் எம், அஸ்வின், பானுபிரியா, பத்துல், பரத், பாரதி, புவனேஸ்வரன், புவனேஸ்வரி, சந்திரகிஷோர், சாரு நிவேதா, சேத்தன், சேத்னா, ஆரோக்கியா, தீபக் பழமலை, தேசி சி குமார், தனிஷ்குமார், தாரணி, Davanya, Divakar, Dinesh, Divya, Manoj, Divya, Sri, Harish. Anyone who is able to pick it up what Ajay has missed in general examination? Hello, டேய் இருக்கீங்களா இல்லையா? Hello. Ajay, am I audible?
Sir. Present, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
இருக்கீங்களா? என்ன இத்தனை பேரை வாய் விட்டு படிக்கிற ஒருத்தரும் பதில் சொல்ல மாட்டீங்களா? ஏதாவது சொல்லுங்க.
Athira 306 marker, sir. Marker of
He has mentioned that also, no? He has mentioned. He has mentioned that, no? He has mentioned it. What other thing in general examination, which organ he has missed? Which is more relevant to cardiovascular
Consciousness.
system.
Oh,
Yeah, he has
okay.
mentioned that also.
Oh, that's mentioned. Okay.
Renal, sir.
Renal general examination, no. That will come in abdomen, no. Abdominal examination. If there is any swelling, you can pick it up. Renal swelling, renomegaly. You can pick it up in abdominal examination. That's also what condition will cause renomegaly? Well, just mention one cause of renomegaly, which you can palpate per abdomen.
McKeown Albright, sir.
Yeah, polycystic kidneys. Polycystic kidney. In polycystic kidney, if it is very huge, you can palpate per abdomen. Then some renal abscess. The abscess is so huge. Renal abscess or HUN, hydrohydronephrosis. That's very uncommonly in polycystic kidneys, you can able to palpate it. General examination, he has missed what? It's some endocrine organ.
Thyroid, sir.
thyroid. Thyroid.
Yeah. Very good. Thyroid. So thyroid examination is part and parcel of cardiovascular system. You can see many cases of hyperthyroidism presenting to the outpatient department in failure with irregular pulse. Okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
that too mainly in the rural setup. Thyroid is so common, like vitamin D deficiency is so common. Thyroid is also so common. It's a basic screening test. Even though no book has been mentioning that, it's very common. Right and left, you have to rule out thyroid. It should never be missed. It's the common test we should perform. Like your hemoglobin, you should perform thyroid test in a routine practice. It's a
Yes, sir.
routine check. It should be made as a routine test. So in cardiovascular system, thyroid is very important. So that
Yes,
you
sir.
should include in the general examination. Okay.
Yes, sir.
எல்லாம் டாக்டர் கிட்ட போனா எல்லா டாக்டரும் கழுத்தை தூக்குன்னு சொல்லி பார்ப்பாங்களே. சின்ன வயசுல போயிருந்த டாக்டர் பார்த்துருப்பாங்க. நாக்க நீட்டுங்க, கண்ணை இது பண்ணி பார்க்கறது, கழுத்தை தூக்கி கழுத்தை பார்க்கறது. வாட் they are searching in neck? They are searching in neck about thyroid enlargement and lymph node enlargement or any swelling only. So it comes in general examination. So thyroid examination is very important for cardiovascular system. Okay, next. Proceed.
RS, no normal vascular blood sounds, no added so. Abdomen soft, no organomegaly, tenderness of the fluid. TNS, no focal neurological deficit. Diagnosis.
You should not say like that. Wait. You go to the CNS.
Yes,
you should not use any short forms. Okay. RS எல்லாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. Respiratory system examination, central nervous system examination. You should say like that only. Don't use abbreviations. Okay. CNS, what you say?
No focal neurological deficit.
No, you should not say like that. You say in CNS, patient is moving all four limbs. His memory, speech, his memory is intact. Speech is normal. He is moving all his four limbs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. No cranial nerve dysfunction. Like that you should say. You should not put it just like that. No focal NFND. No focal neurological deficit. You should not put it like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next.
Diagnosis. A case of acquired valvular heart disease, rheumatic etiology, involving the mitral valve in the form of mitral regurgitation, with the patient in sinus rhythm, without signs of pulmonary hypertension and an infective endocarditis. The patient is not in failure.
Repeat.
A case of acquired valvular heart disease of rheumatic etiology involving the mitral valve in the form of mitral regurgitation, with patient in sinus rhythm, without signs of pulmonary hypertension or infective endocarditis, and the patient is not in failure.
How do you say it is acquired?
Because
how do you say that there is an acquired valvular heart disease? By your history and examination, how do you say that this is a acquired valvular heart disease?
Because 2 years back, patient was diagnosed to have acquired rheumatic fever, sir. Acquired rheumatic heart disease.
Yeah, that's an obvious thing which is in your history.
So no other markers of congenital heart disease.
Yes, that's the one point. No markers of congenital heart disease, no chest wall abnormalities, no cine increase, no earlobe abnormalities, no other anomalies involving any other organs to suggest. Yeah. So those things you have to say. Okay.
Yes.
Jay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is obvious reason. But these things, these are the main reasons.
Sir, you are not clear.
Hello.
Sir? Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. So that is the explanation you have to give when they ask about how do you say that this is acquired valvular heart disease. So these are the explanation you have to give. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Involving the mitral valve in the form of mitral regurgitation. How do you say that this is a mitral valve? Mitral regurgitation.
Because of the murmur and the heart sounds, the S1 is soft. And because the patient has also etiology of history of rheumatic heart disease.
Why? If it is rheumatic heart disease, that it should be mitral valve. No other valve is involved in the rheumatic heart disease.
During auscultation in the mitral area, we are hearing S1 is soft and we are not hearing S2. And the murmur is also heard in the mitral area.
Okay. of dramatic. What is this?
Sir,
What is the probability of valve involvement in rheumatic disease? What is the probability? Which valve is involved most, and what combinations are most common?
MS with MR, sir. Mitral
What
stenosis with
combination
mitral
of?
regurgitation.
Okay.
Aortic valve is
Then
most commonly involved. Aortic stenosis and mitral regurgitation.
okay. No, single valve involvement. We tell the order in which it is involved. Which is most involved, followed by which?
Aortic valve followed by mitral valve, sir.
So mitral
valve
followed
is
by
most
aortic.
commonly. Mitral followed by aortic. Then you have to know that. Okay. இது என்ன தெரியுமா ஆரம்பவா கொஞ்சம் சரியாவே எழுதுறது போல இருக்கு என்னன்னு கரெக்டா எழுத சொல்லுங்க How do you say that the patient is not having any signs of pulmonary hypertension or infective endocarditis? Ajay?
Sir,
Yeah. How do you say that the patient is not in pulmonary hypertension?
because for infected endocarditis there are no markers.
Okay.
There is no hemoptysis also.
Okay. How about fever in infective endocarditis? What type of fever will be there in infective endocarditis? How about fever nature? It responds to medication in infective endocarditis.
Will not relieve by medication, sir.
It will be high grade fever. It may be associated with chills and rigors also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pulmonary hypertension. How do we say that the patient is not in pulmonary hypertension?
The patient is not having JVP is normal, sir.
Okay.
No palpable P2, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Before that, P2 loud. No, P2 is not loud. What next stage? Second.
Sir,
Okay, P2 is not loud, and so there is no pulmonary hypertension. Did you say the patient is in failure or not?
No, sir, patient is not in failure, sir. Because
How
pulse,
do you say
BP,
that
and
the
all is
patient is
normal,
not in
sir.
failure? Uh-huh.
Pulse and BP is normal, sir.
சரி ஃபெயிலியர் எப்படி இருக்கும் பல்ஸும் பிபியும்?
ஃபெயிலியர்ல பல்ஸ் ஹைப்போகைனட்டிக்கா இருக்கும் சார். லோ வால்யூம் பல்ஸ் இருக்கும் சார். BP also the pulse test will be narrow, sir.
சரி, கிளினிக்கலா எக்ஸாமினேஷன் ஃபைண்டிங்ஸ் வச்சு எப்படி சொல்லுவீங்க? பேஷண்ட் ஃபெயிலியர்ல இருக்கு இல்லன்னு வெறும் பல்ஸ் பிபி வச்சு சொல்லுவீங்களா? அப்ப ஹை அவுட்புட் ஃபெயிலியர்ல ஹைப்போகைனட்டிக்கா இருக்காது பல்ஸ். அது சிவியர் ஹார்ட் ஃபெயிலியர்ல S3 S4லாம் இருக்கும்.
ஆமா சார்.
என்ன என் ஸ்டேஜ் ஆஃப் ஃபெயிலியர்ல வந்து S3 S4லாம் இருக்கும். கிளினிக்கலா எப்படி சொல்லுவீங்க பேஷண்ட் ஃபெயிலியர்ல இருக்கு இல்லன்னு கிளினிக்கல் ஃபைண்டிங்ஸ் வச்சு? How do you say clinical the patient is failure?
So right heart failure signs would be distended neck veins and congestive, this enlargement of liver, sir, and there will be pedal edema. Ascites would be possible, sir, and
you should say it in every.
Sir,
patient will. Oh, you should say it in order. You should start with sign failure. Hear me?
yes, sir. Your voice is breaking, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Yeah, sir. Your voice is breaking.
Pedal edema. Audible?
Yes, sir.
Signs of heart failure is pedal edema. Okay. Heart failure. Lung sign.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
What are the lung signs suggestive of heart failure?
So PND, orthopnea.
Lung signs. I am not symptom.
Sign.
The bibasal crepitation.
Sign.
Crepitation.
Bibasal crepitation.
Very. So someone said no S4. So heart sound which is present in heart here is S3 and S4. Okay. What is S3 is produced by what? S4 is produced by what?
Yes.
What is the genesis of S3 and S4 mechanism?
S3 is due to rapid filling of ventricles, sir. S4 is due to atrial contraction.
Okay. What are the investigations in this patient?
Sir,
Investigations. How do we proceed further?
patients will be investigated for ECG, echocardiogram, sir. Then, according to the if the ejection fraction is less than 60, the ejection fraction is less than 40%, the patient should be for mitral valve repairs.
Straight away go for ECG echo தான். Straight away ECG echo வா?
Sir, X-ray.
ம். எடுத்த உடனே ஹீரோ தான். இந்த சின்ன சின்ன கதாபாத்திரம் அதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு போறது இல்ல. என்ன சொல்றீங்க? காதல் படம் பாத்தியா? அவ்வளவுதானே. தேங்க்ஸ்.
ஓகே தேங்க்யூ.
காதல் படம் பாத்தியா அஜய்?
இல்ல சார்.
ஹலோ.
நோ இல்ல சார் இல்ல சார்.
பரத் நடிச்சிருப்பானே காதல். அதுல ஒரு காமெடி வரும்ல, இந்த மேன்ஷன்ல ஒரு காமெடி வரும்ல.
படம் பார்த்தது இல்ல.
எடுத்த உடனே ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா ஹீரோ தானே. பார்த்தது இல்லையா அந்த காமெடி? பாருங்க, மேன்ஷன்ல காமெடி வரும். எடுத்தா ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா ஹீரோ தானே. எடுத்த உடனே எக்கோ தான் அப்படின்னு இல்ல. Okay, that is most needed. What are the blood investigations you will do?
Complete blood count. Prothrombin time, bleeding time, clotting time.
Complete blood count, ESR, CRP, which will be raised. So ECG, chest X-ray, and echo. Echo, what echo you will do?
Transthoracic echo.
Okay. If in transthoracic echo, if it's not providing the necessary matter, what you will go for?
Transesophageal echo.
Okay. What is an absolute indication making you to go for transesophageal echo? For what
Clot in the
purpose you
right
are doing
atrium.
transesophageal echo?
It's a clot in the right
clot in the
atrium.
right atrium. Yeah, very good. Clot in the right atrium. Before that, if the transthoracic echo is not providing you the necessary information regarding the valve anatomy, structural damage and all, that itself an indication for transesophageal echo. An absolute indication to assess the clot in the atrium. Okay,
sir.
audible?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
sir.
Audible.
Yes sir.
Okay. Now, what is the ECG finding you will get? ECG finding?
If the patient is in failure, we'll get ECG things. Otherwise, ECG will be normal.
ECG
Sir,
will be normal. So, what are the possible ECG?
Left ventricular hypertrophy findings, sir. Axis deviation, left axis deviation.
Deep S waves.
And
prolonged
P
PR interval may
mitral.
occur. P mitral, yes, very good. P mitral can occur. Due to, what is the cause of P mitral?
Sir, left atrial enlargement, sir. Because of which
Left atrial enlargement. P mitral can occur, and prolonged PR interval can occur. Due to dilated left atrium, the impulse will take more time to reach the bundle of his than normal. So PR interval will be prolonged. PR interval is nothing but the conduction time between the impulse produced in the SCA node to reach the bundle of his. Okay, since left atrium is enlarged, PR interval will be prolonged. So PR interval prolongation is ECG finding. P mitral may be there, tachycardia may be there, or atrial fibrillation may be there. So what is the must to say in ECG that it is of atrial fibrillation? ECG is suggestive of atrial fibrillation.
Absent P wave.
Very good. Absent P waves. Then
irregularly rhythm, sir.
Yeah. If the P wave is there, you should not commit it as an atrial fibrillation ECG. To commit the ECG to be a atrial fibrillation, P wave should be absent. Okay. So how about PR interval in mitral stenosis with atrial dilatation? PR interval prolonged or decreased?
Prolonged.
Mitral stenosis is
Prolonged.
yes, prolonged, because dilatation of the atrium, the impulse will take more time to reach the
Bundle of
bundle of
bundle of
okay. Next, அடுத்து என்ன ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் என்ன?
if the patient is symptomatic, then patient should be scheduled for mitral repair. If repair is not possible, then mitral will be replaced.
What is the antibiotic used for treatment prophylaxis?
Penicillin.
How will you determine the prophylaxis duration? Duration of prophylaxis. What are the drugs available for treatment and prophylaxis? What is penicillin V? What is penicillin? What is benzyl penicillin? What is procaine penicillin? Online class. The weak one.
Penicillin V is oral penicillin, sir. Penicillin V, it's oral penicillin.
What is the other name?
It's acid receptor. Huh? Another name.
Phenoxymethylene. That is penicillin V. Okay. Next. What is benzyl penicillin?
So, benzyl penicillin.
Benzyl.
It's also known as penicillin G, sir. This. Either given intramuscularly or intravenously, sir. And we have crystalline forms or depot forms. Sir. Depot forms we have benzathine and procaine.
What is depot form?
Sir, it means that it should be injected only
Depot form
once in 2 weeks. It should only be injected once in 2 weeks. Only once in 3-4.
Which penicillin? Okay, I'll ask you one question. Which penicillin is given IM? Which is IV? Benzyl and crystalline penicillin is IV or IM? Benzyl and crystalline penicillin is IV or IM?
Crystalline, it's IV, sir.
Okay. Benzathine, IM or IV?
IM, sir.
Procaine?
Procaine has to be IM, sir.
Okay, should be clear in that. Okay. So benzathine and procaine penicillin are IM. Benzyl penicillin, crystalline penicillin are IV. Oral penicillin is penicillin B. Okay.
Yes.
So other than that, you can use. What are other drugs you can use for prophylaxis? Azithromycin, clindamycin. So duration of prophylaxis, you memorize that. Which population should be given prophylaxis for how many 5 years of the last episode, or 10 years of the last episode, or 40 years and above, or lifelong prophylaxis. You memorize that. You also memorize the treatment. Okay. So treatment part you have to memorize. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ajay. Very good presentation. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
Ajay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.